All right, guys, we're in the shop. I got Hazmat Designs in here. We're gonna show you the process in which he's gonna be creating that cute B-roll, or
bead roll.
The cute bead roll that I had mentioned in the last video. And we're gonna go through the whole process of how he's gonna create the template, and we're gonna run over to his house and watch him actually do the whole bead rolling. It's kind of weird.
I'm gonna use some construction paper just to take a template of the panel. It's easy, you don't have to worry about cutting metal all the time and trying to gauge what it's gonna be. I'm just gonna come in here with the paper, come in with the marker and mark what I need. I'll get a better idea so that way I could trim it up and get it to a precise fit.
Like you said, this is the panel that we're gonna be filling. This is the stock location for the oil tank that goes on these FXRs, and since we're running a twin cam, it has the oil pan connected to the transmission.
So I just did a rough little layout. I'm gonna cut probably an inch around it, just so that there'll be a little extra space.
We're also going to be running a key switch in this area, so we got to be a little more methodical of where this key switch is going to be located. There's going to probably be a keychain hanging off of it, as well as having the FL logo that's going to be, within this panel.
I was able to mock up where the keyhole is going to be. I put the seat on and checked the clearance for the wiring, so that way it's not rubbing up on anything, but still in a good position. I could do the bead roll. Mocking up things, you have to sort of think things through. Since I knew how his new logo is gonna be, this would be a good way to lay it out, have the keyhole up in this corner.
And this is a marine grade key switch. It has everything in it, which will eliminate so much more wiring. It's all kind of internal inside of this. So now Matt's gonna take these templates to his house and the metal. Yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll be over there shortly. So while Matt is taking that panel back to his house to get it prepared for the bead roll, I'm gonna actually spray the tins on the bike. We're gonna go ahead and flake this thing out gold. We got the cowl that's gonna be getting flaked out gold. Rear fender, which we also body worked the inside of the rear fender as well. So that'll all get flaked out on the inside, outside. And then we have the Frisco mounted tank, nice and clean on the inside, body worked. Get all this stuff flaked out, and can't wait to see how it looks. So with the Paint Huffer Metal Flake and the color gold that's the base, these two are pretty much dead on, which will allow me to candy coat the top without affecting the way that the top coat is gonna look. It's a little bit complicated, but for the most part, this is just how we kind of do things in the paint world. You find a good size flake that you're looking for to match the base color to tint the top color. So with this being a orangish gold candy, we wanted the gold base to stay gold. So using the flake, it needed to match the gold. And then when you add that candy on top, then it looks true to the color that we're trying to achieve that we found in the paint book. So anyway, that's how it works. So I'm gonna get this stuff sprayed gold, and then we'll show you the finished product once we get out of the booth here in a minute. We are here at Hazmat Designs shop, and he's about to get started on this whole B-roll assignment, if you will. So Matt, explain to us what's going on here.
What I want to do is create a recessed panel. So I'm going to take these dies and go along this inner line and push this intersection in, and I'll have the lettering pop up and look real fancy. I have a bead roller here, really nice. This is all electric, so I don't have to worry about hand turning everything, but I still have to control the depth with this knob. When I do this, I could start a little light, then come back with more pressure for another round and create the perfect depth. By the time I'm done, I just cut this out, clean it up, and it's ready to weld on.
Nice.
So really now all I got to do, just get a little hammer and dolly on here just for a couple little sharp corners, cut this out, and I'm done.
I think it's going to be that nice added touch to this custom, more or less handmade chopper, or at least part of it's handmade. yesterday, Corey from Main Drive, he came through, we did a podcast together, it's out on YouTube now. He helped me get the lean angle correct so that we can weld on the kickstand block from Speed Dealer. By the way, it was a beautiful piece. Like it was nice. If you need a kickstand, if you need to do a custom kickstand, please go to Speed Dealer. Absolute perfect piece to add some flavor and swag to your bike. So today I got to get this motor pulled out, get this frame completely bare. Matt's gonna come over here and start tacking up and fitting the panel that he made that you saw earlier. Hopefully by this evening we'll have all of the welding fabrication done with this bike, and then over the next couple of days I can start Bondo molding the frame. This bike's got a lot of that. There's a lot of paneling on the existing FXR part of the frame, so we're gonna have to find a unique way to clean that up and not make it look too bulky, make it look natural. Hopefully by this weekend I can get this frame painted and give it a couple of days to dry before we start the final assembly of this bike. All right, I'm gonna get this thing pulled apart. I'm gonna try to time lapse some of this stuff and we'll see how it all rolls. We got the frame sandblasted by Matt this morning, and I'm done with all my work for the day, so now I'm about to start body working this frame. And what we're gonna be doing is, let me pull you a little bit closer. Everywhere there's a weld, we're gonna come back with Bondo and like just wipe it in. Everything will end up looking like one piece. You won't see any of the actual welds anymore. And basically the goal is to do everything in any kind of visible area just to give it a nice clean look so that when we paint it, it'll be all seamless. And yeah, that's the plan. That's called Bondo molding. When you hear somebody say, I molded the frame, that's what they're talking about. Everything is molded together, looking like one piece. So about to get started on this. It's a lot of work. 5 p.m. on Tuesday, so no T-bar Tuesday for me tonight. And I'll see if I can get this done tonight. I highly doubt that I will, but I haven't done this in probably 10 years. It used to be a thing we did on every chopper back in the day. Nowadays, not so much. Not a lot of choppers coming through the doors. So anyway, I'm gonna get on this and we'll see how long it takes, and hopefully I'll finish it today. If not, definitely tomorrow night. All right. Okay guys, it is 1:30 in the morning. As you can see, I'm pretty damn dusty. So we got the frame completely molded. Tomorrow morning I'll be able to put this in the booth, get some primer on it, and then I got to get back to some customer jobs. And I usually don't do body work inside my shop. My shop is now caked in dust, but we had a light little rainstorm come through, so I had to stay in the shop. Oh man, so tomorrow, on top of getting this in the booth and getting it cleaned, we're gonna be doing a lot of deep cleaning in this shop. Last night I was here about 2 in the morning doing the body work on this frame, completely molding it down. This morning we sprayed primer on it. About 5 p.m. tonight I started sanding this thing down and getting it ready for this moment right now, where I'm about to go ahead and candy gold flake this frame, clear coat it, and then technically I'll be done with the frame. It'll be ready for final assembly after this. So a lot of work. My fingers are raw. Yeah, I'm ready to get this thing going. So here we go. been a long week. We got one more long day ahead of us. We're gonna be taking the rear fender to the FXR Chopper to see my good buddy Chris Moose up in Denton, Texas. And we're gonna sit with him and video him as he makes me a custom license plate bracket that we'll be able to use within the confines of the rear fender for the look that I'm going after. So Chris just has some of the most unique ideas and how to bring things together from lots of different elements. He's just a wizard when it comes to fabrication. So good friend of mine, known him for many years. Asked if he would be a part of this build in some form or capacity. We found the perfect fit for him. So we're gonna make the trip up there, and we're gonna try to capture all this for you and end this vlog on a high note. Let's go.
You want a stool?
No, I'm good. All right, guys, so we're here at Moose Craft up here in Denton, Texas. I've known Moose for probably going on 10 years now, at least.
At least.
We're here today because Moose is helping me solve a license plate bracket issue.
We're just gonna get after it, man. Do
Yeah.
some measuring, cutting, welding, grinding, whatever the hell we gotta do. We're gonna use laser, plasma table, lathe today. So let's get after it.
We're gonna do some lathing, baby.
Lathing.
Yo, what's up, everyone? So it's Sunday. We're about to kick off a new week this week. My birthday's on Friday this week coming up. As a birthday present to myself, I'm hoping to spend this following weekend literally final assembly. Just starting final assembly on this bike and getting things dialed in. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a great experience sharing this with you. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one. All right.